And we're back on Shard Light Radio, and today I want to talk about Betrayal. Specifically, I want to talk about the difference between Betrayal Wave 1 and Wave 2. I've been seeing these questions pop up a lot on the Facebook, and the guys in my actual playgroup have reached out to me to ask what the deal is with Betrayal 2.0. I want to get super clear. In Betrayal, there were some things that were not up to the standard that ARG had set for the cards. The foiling on top of the text box, the level of foil blooming, which I actually kind of like how much it popped, but it absolutely did obscure both card art and text. There was a collation issue, box toppers, as well as a couple of misprints. So I want to go through each of these one at a time and really explain what's happening with Betrayal 2.0. So first of all, Betrayal 2.0 should not be thought of as a second wave or a reprint or a new version of Betrayal. This is very much a continuation of the original Betrayal expansion with quality control issues corrected. One example of what I'm trying to get at here is with stamped cards. There's 1,000 copies of Dragonholt, Liam, I don't need to name them all, but each of those cards that has a number stamped on it, none of those cards had their full run of 1,000 in Betrayal 1.0. Betrayal 2.0 will continue the numbers that have not yet been stamped onto cards and shipped out. Those are going to be in Wave 2, so you don't have to worry that all the stamped cards were like a first printing special bonus or anything like that. This is all still part of the original Betrayal release. Some of the things that are being fixed. Every box of Betrayal 1.0 had 5 box toppers. Now, I believe these box toppers were supposed to actually be foiled, but they were plain cards, and there was all 5 of them. There was only supposed to be 1. So in Betrayal 2.0, when you buy a box of that, you're only going to get 1 box topper. I do not know if it's going to change the foiling on the card. I think no. I think all of the box topper champions are going to be the same non-foil version, and the only difference between 1 and 2 is that you'll get 1 instead of all 5 with each box topper. Another change between Wave 1 and 2 is collation. If you noticed in your Betrayal 1.0 packs, the cards were in the pack alphabetically, and this is something that they want to avoid. They want the cards to be randomized better than that. So that's going to be changed between the two sets. Now, the big deal changing is the diminishing of the blooming that's on the cards, which will make the cards easier to see, and the cards need to be readable. This is a card game, not a collectible set where you just get pretty cards and look at them. So the blooming, I understand why they toned it down. I kind of liked how obnoxious it was, but not over the text. And that's, I think, the best change out of all the changes, is that the foiling is going to be a layer behind the text box. So the text will be non-foiled. It will be easily read, and that's just such an important change. Some of those cards, oh my goodness. And it gives away to your opponent what's in your hand when you're tilting your card at oblique angles trying to read it. Now, some of the things that are not being changed. Tidal Rush, the water spell, does not have a rarity gem. It's just blank where it should have the rare symbol. And I believe Molten Explosion is another card that was misprinted in that it's lacking the Instacast symbol. Those changes are not being made. I don't know if this means that Tidal Rush going forward, if there's ever a true reprint of Betrayal, if Tidal Rush will continue to not have a rarity symbol forever, or if they just didn't have time to get that change made when they went back to get this kind of tweaked version of the original printing of Betrayal. Those questions have not been answered. I will link information about this in the show notes to this episode if you want to go look at some of these Facebook posts and get some of this information for yourself. Also, there is a decent amount of runway in front of us in terms of expansion release dates. Expansion Pack 1. Now, the expansion packs for Argent Saga are going to be living card game style packs. So you buy a pack, you get 1 copy of each card. So you don't get a play set of these cards, but you know each and every of the, 25 cards that's in the pack. You know what they all are before you even open the pack. There is a chance of getting a pack that's all foil cards. Apparently there's 1 all foil pack per case. These packs are $25 a piece. Generations is the first of this release style, and it is going to come out September 12th. Then in October, on October 11th, we are going to get an Argent Saga expansion pack 2. So again, this is going to be, you know what every card in the pack is before you buy it. I think there's every reason to believe they're going to want us to buy 3 copies of this pack to get a full playset of each card. Again, $25 a piece. Then November 14th, so this is a great release schedule. to have stuff coming out this frequently. November 14th, there's another full booster pack expansion release, similar to what Betrayal is. Each box is going to have a secret rare, 2 Argent rares, 7 super rares, 15 rares, and so on. So this is very similar to what you get when you buy a box of Betrayal. The game released officially, I believe, at Gen Con. Then there's going to be these 2 expansion packs and then a whole second booster set, all in the first year. That's a lot of product. I mean, there's something to be said for striking while the iron is hot and trying to parlay the buzz and the hype around the game into getting people invested. And once players are invested, they're more likely to continue to be invested. But man, if you're trying to play this game on a budget, there's a whole lot of new cards coming your way. I think this may be, if you're a budget player, it may be forego packs entirely and just buy the few singles for the 1 or 2 decks that you want to try to put together. Exciting stuff in the future. Cannot wait to get my hands on a Betrayal 2.0 box and see the difference between the cards. There's a part of me that kind of hopes that it is so significant that the kind of crummy foils from Betrayal, the first wave, become kind of like a meme. There's the people who, I've been here since the cards were unreadable. There's a lot of good jokes that could be made based on that. So hopefully that answers everybody's questions about the upcoming releases, and particularly with regard to the difference between Betrayal 1 and 2.0. Until next time, go win some games.